Hello everyone, my name is Prashant. I'm working as a MuleSoft architect. So welcome back to the part 5th of the MuleSoft Divergent series. So in this session we'll see how we can publish the RAML which we have created till now to Anypoint Exchange. Okay, so I'll quickly create a new task, or maybe I'll use the same. So so there are multiple options, right, to publish it. Either you can use the plugin which is available in VS Code, which comes along with this package, which is publish API specification to Exchange. So once you click it, it will have some UI where we can provide all the details of our API, the asset version, API version, right, everything. But for us, we are going to use the MuleSoft Divergent tool. So I'll just add a prompt, a simple natural language prompt. Please publish the RAML to Anypoint Exchange, right? And I would say that my group ID is this. Okay, and okay, that's it. Let's see what all intelligence steps it is executing, right? So it just two words, two sentence. Please publish the RAML to Anypoint Exchange, and my group ID is this. Okay, I'll execute this in the act mode itself, and let's see what all things it is executing in the backend, and which tool from the MuleSoft MCP server it is using for the publishing. So if you see, it is using the MuleSoft MCP server, and he is using the tool which is create and manage asset. And if you want to see the more details on this tool, right, what this tool is doing, what all what all arguments it is accepting, right, you can go to this tool, you can go to this server, go to settings, and this is the tool which is already installed. Just drop down it and you should be able to see it. So there are existing 31 tools which are available in this MuleSoft MCP server, and each tool is having their own details, what this tool is all doing, and the parameters, which parameter it is accepting, right? So for us, it is this one, create and manage asset. So this is basically used to create, update, or delete asset in the Anypoint Exchange, and these all are the parameters which are accepted by our this particular tool. Okay, so if you see, we have these many parameters, and it has intelligently identified all the values for these parameters, and now he's asking me the permission so that he can execute this particular tool. I'll approve it, and once it is approved, he will start publishing it using that particular tool. So he has written some prompt in the backend which he is executing, and we can see there is an error. We got an error, and the message is also displayed here. The message is failed to upload this. Please verify the correctness of the file or folder. So the project path is incorrect. He has not correctly identified it, and he says that I see there is an issue with the file path. Let me try with the full path of the current working directory. So now he has added the correct project path, the full path of my RAML file, and he's trying again with the same request, and this time as well, right, it got an error while publishing, and this time the error is different. It says Anypoint Exchange API call failed, status 400. The organization ID must match this pattern, right? So there is some pattern defined, and it is saying the organization ID which is provided, it's not matching this pattern. Okay, so I see the issue. So his response is, I see the issue, the API required an organization parameter. Let me add that to a request using the group ID as an organization ID. Okay, so he is trying with another request by passing the organization ID as same as group ID, and this is the third way he's trying. He's asking me for the approval. I've approved it, and this time as well we got the same error. Let's see what he does next. Okay, so I see the issue, the organization ID format validation is facing. The group ID you provided appears to have an uppercase, but the API expects only a lowercase hexadecimal characters. Let me try with the group ID converted to lowercase. So now he has converted that to the lowercase, and he's asking it again for the approval. This is the fourth time he's trying with the fourth way. This time again it failed, with the same error. And let's see his next intelligence step. So I see the persist, I see the issue persist. The organization validation is very strict and required only lowercase. Let me try without specifying the organization parameter as it marked as an optional in the tool description, and let the system uses the default organization from your current session. So whatever sessions we have logged in now in the VS Code, he will use the same group ID from that session, and he's again trying with the same thing. He has removed the organization ID now. This is the fifth way he is trying with, and again with the same error it is failing. Okay, now he's trying to publish the RAML to Anypoint Exchange using a different approach, that is using the Anypoint CLI. Till now he was using the MuleSoft MCP server tool but now he's trying to publish that from the Anypoint CLI commands, and he's asking me for some installation of the CLI because looks like it's not available in my local machine. So I'll just run this command, and Anypoint CLI should get installed in my local machine. Okay, the package name was incorrect. Let me try. Okay, so the package name was incorrect, and he himself has corrected it and asking me for the approval again. Okay, so all the packages related to the CLI should get installed, right? And these many packages has been changed. So now great, the Anypoint CLI has been installed successfully. Now let me check the available commands for publishing to Exchange. Now we want to see the available Exchange commands which we can use to publish it to Anypoint Exchange. So I see that Anypoint CLI required authentication. I need to ask you for the Anypoint platform credential to proceed by publishing to Anypoint, publishing the RAML file, right? So we have added some authentication for the publishing. So these are the authentications which are available. So instead of this, I'll just use the client ID and client secret. So these are basically the connected app credentials. So I'll select this client ID and client secret, and I'm just passing my client ID and client secret as well. Okay, so these are the client ID and client secret. So he will figure out the exact command which is there. Now I have the client ID secret. Let me use the Anypoint CLI to publish the RAML file to Exchange. Okay, so this is basically the command which he is trying to execute now. Okay, and perfect. Now I can see the command structure. Let me publish the RAML file to Exchange using the CLI. So all the details he is adding: the name, the API version, right? The main file name, the classifier, the client ID, client secret. Okay, and if you see in the terminal, it is uploading the asset, and the asset has now been uploaded. Okay, we can also see the response in this command output, and yeah, the task is completed. So our task is to publish this to Anypoint Exchange, and he has initially tried by publishing using the MuleSoft MCP server. I think couple of times he tried, but every time he's facing an issue, which I think it's an issue with the MCP server. He's not trying to recognize the organization ID correctly, and after that then he tried a different approach by publishing the RAML file using the Anypoint CLI. So CLI was not already installed in my local machine, so then he installed that first with the correct version, and then with the correct Anypoint CLI command, he then tried to publish, and it then published successfully to Anypoint platform. Okay.